Hey, it's Jamie from Side Salad Audio, and today we're looking at the Moondrop Space Travel True Wireless IEMs. Let's just start with a quick 30-second summary. The Moondrop Space Travel is a pair of wireless earphones that comes in at $25. They also have ANC and transparency modes, which is impressive at this price point. They have around 4 hours of playtime with ANC or transparency modes enabled, but I did find that in normal listening modes with those features disabled, I was getting closer to 6.5 hours of listening time. The tuning comes very close to IF Neutral 2023, with 2 EQ presets to adjust the bass. For $25, I do actually think these are really good value for the features along with the tuning. With that said, let's dive in a bit more in depth about what I think the Space Travel does well, and some areas I think it could do a bit better. First off, I'd like to thank my Patreon for funding the Space Travel. This is actually my first product that was fully paid for by Patreon, so thank you for the support. First, let's dive into the sound. The Space Travel is an IM that is easy to listen to, with a response that doesn't seem too offensive in any way. Although with the default EQ preset, there can be a touch of edge with some nasally vocals. I wouldn't classify it as shouty, just on the edge depending on what the recording's like. Maybe a bit too much depending on how sensitive you are in that region. I ended up switching to the bass preset, which adds a slight bass shelf that seems to tame that effect, and give an overall nicer listening experience. It is important to remember as well that this is only $25, and considering the convenience of true wireless, as well as having features and quite honestly better sound quality than other IEMs that cost twice as much, I would say these are great value. Whenever I get a new pair of IEMs for testing, I try to use them often, both in normal listening sessions as well as when actively doing other things, such as work, to get a realistic impression of how they are to live with. And after doing that, I do have a few comments to make about their real-life use, specifically regarding the case. But before we get into that, I will say that the comfort of the earphones is actually quite good. They have a similar shallow insert design as AirPods Pro, and with a lot of the weight balanced close to your ear in the stem. They feel secure and I get a good seal with them. And as well with some other Moondrop wireless earphones, the voice for changes in modes and controls are that of Mitsuki Yuki, obviously meant to appeal to a certain crowd. Unlike their past products though, when switching modes, she doesn't say things like ANC on or ANC off. She just says single words or sounds.
Hey! She...
I don't know, some might like that, but I think it's a bit better just to maybe say the actual words. But now we can get to the part that I don't quite like. The case feels unfinished. The sides and the top are completely open. This means that the IEMs aren't protected if you happen to drop the case. As well, it's a bit hard to remove them from the case without activating the controls. You remove them by sliding up on the side to pull them out, but as soon as they leave the contacts, they start to activate, and your fingers touching the stem where the touch controls are. But that's not quite the worst part. The main reason I don't like the case is because of the lint. When it's sitting in your pocket or a bag, the earphones are completely exposed to any dust and lint. I think this was realized soon after, as now Moondrop offers an optional case for your case to remedy problems caused by the open design. This also unfortunately brings the total price up to $35 when you include the additional case, which is still a great deal for what you get, but it does seem like a bit of an afterthought, and makes the overall footprint of the case quite a bit larger as well. All in all, I do think this is a great wireless IEM for the price, and really good value if you need something on the go and that still sounds good, just if you don't mind dealing with the awkward case or buying the optional upgrade as well. And that's it for now, so thanks for watching.